Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Two Worlds Meet. One Punch Man X Tensura, by blackrockshooter5000. Chapter 8. Bang. Flashback to the meteor. After Genos fired his full-powered incineration cannon, Saitama had showed up and destroyed the meteor. Witnessing all of this was none other than Bang, an S-class hero who used to be third but is now fifth. After Saitama destroyed the giant rock, and Genos had recovered and left, Bang would be in deep thought. What would have happened if I had used my fist of flowing water crushing rock? That Saitama, it would be a shame to just leave him to his own devices. After a week, Bang decided to spy on Saitama and try to get him to join his dojo. However, what he didn't expect was the people that Saitama was always around. Maybe there's some way I can, As Bang was thinking of a way to recruit Saitama, he'd see the bald hero walking out of his apartment building with 5 S-class heroes. What the, Genos, what's he doing with Saitama? And the other 4, they're new S-class heroes as well. Come to think of it, didn't Genos call Saitama his master? But a Class B teaching a Class S, what's going on? That doesn't explain the other 4 though. Hell, 2 of them, even ranked higher than me, bringing me to 5th class. I should stay out of sight and investigate more. Later that day. Currently, Saitama was sitting down on a bench, Milim-sei on his shoulders while resting her arms on his head. Carrera occupied his lap, and Rimuru on hers. Veldora was next to Saitama, reading a manga. Or as he likes to call it, the sacred texts. Genos stood behind them, as they were discussing what to have for dinner, in front of a dead humanoid cabbage monster. What should we have for dinner? I believe we have some cabbage left, Saitama said. Cabbage by itself won't be enough. Shall I go buy some meat, master? Genos asked. Oh, that sounds good. Milim chimed in. It does. What do you think, Lord Rimuru? Carrera questioned her master. Yeah, I'm down. Rimuru responded. Same. Veldora agreed, still looking at his manga. Saitama would only sigh as he heard their response. What am I gonna do with you all? He asked tiredly, shaking his head. What do you mean? What's wrong with buying some meat? Milim asked, looking down at him, able to see her reflection on his shiny dome. Man, he somehow looks even more bald than midday. The Dragnoid thought to herself. Alright, all of you listen. Don't underestimate cabbage. Stir-fried in yakiniku sauce goes great with rice, he explained, lifting his index finger. Really? They all said in unison, while gasping. Yes, really. He replied while sighing. Seriously, you guys need to get better at knowing what foods to mix, and how to make a nice meal, he berated. Hey now, I have my own shop back at Tempest. I'll just have to cook some to show you. The Storm Dragon told the hero for fun, getting offended at Saitama's words. Yeah, whatever. Saitama dismissed. _seal, I'ma need you to look into more foods that we can make, and outdo Saitama. _. You got it, master. _. It also seems as though we're being followed. I don't sense any hostility from him, so it's cool. That might be why the others haven't said none. Saitama and Genos probably just don't know. _. As they were having their discussion, Bang was hiding in some bushes, viewing them from a distance. Of course Rimuru, Milim, Veldora and Carrera already knew this. The way Genos talks to Saitama is definitely a student and master relationship. The others seem like either friends, or perhaps lovers. The old man questioned himself, not entirely sure. I see. So preparation is what truly dictates the results. Even a powerful weapon can be junk in the hands of the incompetent. Tell me, is that the lesson, master? Genos said, jumping to the gun again. What the hell are you on about, dickless? Carrera insulted, adjusting herself on Saitama's lap. I wouldn't go that far, the bald hero casually said. You teach me so much, master. Genos would start to write down quickly in his notebook, everyone else collectively sighing to themselves. Man, it's like he somehow listens, while not listening at the same time. Milim thought, placing her hands behind her head. I'm gonna kick his ass, Carrera internally told herself, cracking her knuckles. Incredible, He teaches the principles of marital arts with tales of leftover cabbage. And a disciple so quick to pick up on his master's lessons, impressive. Such a far cry from Shiranko. However, it's still difficult to understand his relationship with the other four. If I don't do something, the fist of flowing water crushing rock ends with me. Alright. Because of this troubled scenario, Bang would decide to walk up to the group and reveal himself, to try and get them to join his dojo. All of y'all talk about meat, just made me want to eat something. Way to go, Saitama accused. Ha 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 ha, that means it's a good chance for you to try out some of my meat. I could have been cooked some for you, but it was a chaotic week. Veldora laughed. We'll see. Saitama shot back, not accepting much from Veldora's cooking. Looks like we have company. After Milam says this, everyone would see Bang approaching them. Hello. Quite impressive. He greeted. Who is this old guy again? Saitama asked Genos. He is Silver Fang, the S-Class Hero Master. The cyborg explained. Call me Bang. Hi Bang. So why are you here? Rimuru asked the old hero. Bang, however, didn't respond to Rimuru's question, as he was thinking about Saitama and his possible abilities. It seems as though he's nothing but an ordinary guy up close, while Genos looks superior than him in every way. Yet, he's the one guiding Genos. In terms of ranking, Genos is much higher, but if Saitama had mastered a fighting style that surpasses rankings, it's a different story. What's with the weird old guy? He's just standing there completely quiet. He's eccentric, many are like that in Class S, said Genos. Actually, I think he's just curious about our abilities, mainly you Saitama. My teacher makes that look when he's possibly found something interesting as well. Carrera went on to explain from experience. Too bad, I'm not into dudes, Saitama told them casually. Milam, Carrera and Veldora would burst out laughing, because of Saitama's misunderstanding of what Carrera meant. Rimuru just chuckled to himself before saying, Saitama, what Carrera meant was that Bang sees you as someone he can teach in martial arts. Oh, well I'm not interested. Let's go. Once he said that, Rimuru got off of Carrera's lap, and then she got off of Saitama's. Veldora would put away the manga he was reading, and Milam would remain sitting on Saitama's shoulders as he began walking. While they were Bang was still in deep thought. If that's truly Saitama's abilities, then he must be extraordinary. He concluded to himself. Pardon me Saitama, but do you have a teacher? From whom have you learned marital arts, and which discipline? What's the deal? You go from silence to a barrage of questions? Listen, if your style isn't mainstream then don't. I don't really have a teacher. Wait, really, then how did you become so strong? Weightlifting, I guess. Saitama's response shocked the otherworlders with them. Telepathy net. Hold on, all he did was weightlifting? He can't be serious, Rimuru said, bewildered. No he is. There is no lies from his words. Milam told them. Her ears would have been able to sense the deceit, if there were any. Guess the rules of this world is more wonky than I thought, Carrera said, more to herself. There's definitely something more to it, Rimuru commented. Ha 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 ha, you're right, my sworn friend. We just have to get to the bottom of it. Gonna take some time though. Veldora chimed in. Agreed. They all said. Telepathy net cut. What, you smashed that meteor with pure physical strength? Yeah, pretty much. This kid has so much untapped potential. Bang gushed to himself. How about this? Why not stop by my dojo sometime? Might be interesting, what did y'all say? Nah, I'm good. Master is a very busy man. Come on, don't be like that. Here, this is the address to my dojo. I'll be there all day tomorrow. He persisted, sticking out the paper with his address. Did you not hear what I said? Master's all right old man, see you tomorrow. Saitama would take the paper to Bang's address, cutting of the cyborg. Then he'd start to walk off. All, except Genos, knew Saitama only said that to get Bang to stop pestering. I can't wait to see their face lit with enthusiasm by my teachings. Next day. Saitama, can you hand over Bang's address? Rimuru asked. Sure. Here ya go. Saitama said, before reaching over to his side, grabbing the paper and then giving it to the blue slime. You going over there? Yep. He answered, while taking the piece of paper out of Saitama's hand. I thought for certain you would be heading there, master. Nah. I've learned old dudes like that are persistent. Humoring them, then blowing them off, is the only way to avoid headaches. Saitama explained to Genos. Goodness, Saitama. I really do respect your strength, but be more respectful to martial arts. Rimuru berated the bald and oblivious man. Where'd that come from? Saitama would say, a bit taken back by Rimuru's words. Never mind. We'll be seeing you guys later. Oh, you're not going alone? Saitama inquired. Nope. Veldora and Carrera are going with me. Alright, see ya when ya get back home. See ya. They would then go their separate ways. Rimuru would meet up with Veldora and Carrera as they headed towards the dojo. Bang's dojo was on the top of a mountain and long staircase. They all decided to just float up there, not wanting to waste too much time. When they got to the door, they knocked on it. It's open, you may enter, they heard the old head's voice say. After this, the three would open the door, entering the dojo. Once inside, they all saw Bang just sitting there, legs crossed and eyes closed. Hi Bang. Rimuru greeted. Hello young Rimuru. Oh, Carrera and Veldora as well. That's right. Carrera voiced. Ha 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 ha, I wanted to test my Veldora-style killing arts. Veldora revealed. Very interesting. I was hoping the other three would show as well, Bang said, a bit of disappointment in his voice. Unfortunately, Saitama never had no interest in coming in the first place, and Genos is basically a yes man, so he definitely wasn't gonna show without Saitama. As for Milam, she's decided to come another time. Rimuru explained. Really? How unfortunate. Well, you three are here, so let's get started. Bang was excited that he had new people to show off his martial arts to. Possibly even new students. Alright, let's do this. We've already agreed no suppress ourselves as much as possible, like magic. And to just use the fighting styles we all already know. Just like I do with Agera, my present teacher. Carrera told the old S class. So Miss Carrera, will you be going first? He asked. You're damn right. The blonde answered. Ho ho, energetic I see, Bang replied. They would both get into their fighting stances. Rimuru and Veldora would sit off to the side and watch. Alright Mrs. Carrera, we can start whenever you're ready. After Bang said this, Carrera wasted no time to start her attack. She would start by throwing left jabs at blinding speeds, then use a right hook every now and then. After 10 seconds of this, she proceeded to mix her moves up to do combos. An uppercut, deflected to the right, a left cross, Bang moves his head to the right, simultaneously using his left fingertips to redirect the attack elsewhere. Eventually, Carrera threw a knee to Bang's abdomen, but he uses his own right knee to counter and redirect the force of the blow, upwards. After this little exchange, the delinquent went on to throw upward, sideways, and downward kicks, showcasing her flexibility in her legs. But Atlas, none of the attacks could get through the martial artist's impeccable defense. Soon after, they all would come to realize how Bang fought. Redirecting attacks, but doubling its force, back at the opponent. You're not half bad old man, she praised. Ho ho, old man you say. Bang mused at her words. Aren't you older than all of us put together? Rimuru thought to himself, knowing full well that Carrera has existed since the beginning of creation. The fight wouldn't last that much longer as Carrera got the gist of how Bang fought. That was pretty fun. I can add your fighting moves to my roster. As of now, I'll just train under you, she declared with a smirk. Really? Just like that? Thank you Mrs. Carrera, it'll be great to have another student. Especially of your caliber. Bang responded excitedly. I don't care if you're an S-rank hero, I'm your senior. Got that? Shiranko stated, arrogantly. However, after his bold claim, Shiranko immediately felt death fall upon him, as Carrera glared intensely at him, looking into his eyes. On second thought, forget I ever said that, he would reply nervously and fearful. Carrera would accept the apology, and go sit down, while Rimuru got up to test Bang. Mr. Bang, I will like to test a move out on you with a real sword, is that alright? Hold on, you can't, that's fine. Wha, Karinko's complaints fell on deaf ears as the two were preparing for their quick exchange. After a short stare down, Rimuru would send a right strike to Bang, however Bang easily diverted the attack downward, which Rimuru used that opportunity to use, haze, of thunder and earth. Sending out a strike from under Bang's chin, Bang proceeded to lean back, dodging the attack. A strike would immediately come from above him, but Bang would use fist of flowing water crushing rock, completely deflecting the attack elsewhere. Nice Bang. I don't mind becoming your student. Having a move that not only can deflect my opponent attacks, but also has the ability to send their own attacks back at them, doubling the force, is nice to have. Well, this is nice. Bang spoke, honestly. I can't believe it. I have two S-class heroes who wants to join the dojo. Ha 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 ha, it's my turn. I'm gonna show you my Veldora-style killing arts. Alright then. Come. Bang challenged, now more than ever pumped from having two students like Rimuru and Carrera. That was Rimuru's face watching the fight. The only thing you did was use fighting styles from manga, and the only reason they usually work is because of magic, which we aren't using, he thought to himself. Ha 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 ha, alright Bang, I'll admit you're formidable, but I'll get better, I'll train and become your martial arts rival. Ha ha ha, Veldora declared to Bang. Ho, is that so? I have no problem with that, he replied. Alright Bang, thanks for that. Oh, and if you want to get Saitama to show up, just get some premium meat, Rimuru told him. Really? He said, shocked. Yep, he'll come, he replied casually. I see. Alright then, be seeing you all tomorrow, he waved at them. See ya. Rimuru waved back at him. Later old man. Carrera said, walking out the door with her hands in her pocket. Nice fighting style Bang. Veldora praised his now friendly rival. I'll be expecting you all tomorrow. Tell Saitama about my premium meat, he said. I will. The slime retorted. They would all bid Bang a farewell, as they went back to Z City. At Saitama's, alright Rain, did you see how I mixed the ingredients together? Genos asked, looking over the food in the pot. Yep. She answered. Are you sure? He asked again, skeptically. Hum. Genos would just stare at her, suspiciously. While that was going on, Saitama and Milam were watching a horror movie, eating popcorn. Man, stalkers sure are scary. Saitama commented nonchalantly, stuffing his hand in the bowl and grabbing a handful out of the bowl. I'd just beat him up, Milam said casually, grabbing a handful of popcorn herself. I suppose. As soon as the words leave Saitama's mouth, the front door would swing open, Rimuru, Carrera and Veldora walking inside. We're back. The slime announced. So, how was it? Genos inquired. The old man clearly knows what he's doing. In terms of nothing but martial arts, he outclasses me, Carrera said truthfully. Yep. Our fighting style mainly focuses on offense, while Bang's focuses on defense. A direct counter, Rimuru added. I see. Master, what do you think? The cyborg asked Saitama. Not really my thing, he dismissed, looking back at his TV. He's gonna have premium meat tomorrow at the dojo, the slime told him, as bait to get him to go. Both Saitama and Milam ears perked up at this. Sure, she was planning on going anyway, but hearing about the possibility of good meat would not go to waste. Genos, however, was suspicious and tried to protest. Don't try to bribe my master into. Genos, chances like this doesn't come often. Free premium meat shouldn't be passed up, he told him, in uncharacteristically serious tone. Milam would nod her head in agreement. That's right Genos. We still have some yakiniku sauce, too. Milam would say in a more pissed-off face. Oh no, I think some of Saitama's habits are rubbing off on Milam. Look at how mad she looks. Rimuru panicked in his head. I understand master. What you're saying is, we can act like we are just there for food, but in reality, we're just there to find a weakness in Bang's fighting style. Your teachings are so great master. After Genos says this, he started writing down in his notebook. Everyone would look at him with a, are you serious face. Anyway, Rain, I want you to come. You're always in here, so come with us tomorrow. Alright Saitama-sama. Rain replied. Right after saying this, Velzard would come literally out of nowhere and say, I'll be going as well. Sister, where'd you come from? Veldora panicked. I just overheard y'all conversation, and decided that I'll tag along, she revealed to him. Welp, so much for me going. Veldora thought to himself. But unfortunately, this would be refuted by Velzard, immediately afterwards. You're coming with us. But I. Alright then, it's final, she said, as she patted his shoulder, smiling with her eyes closed, giving off a creepy vibe. Everyone looked at Veldora, and it seemed as if he was held at gunpoint to do something he didn't wanna. Realizing this, Saitama thought to himself, alright, I'ma have to ask what's going on with those two sometime. The next day, Bang's dojo Saitama, Milam, Genos and Velzard was all sitting down in front of Bang, with a large stack of tiles. Rimuru, Veldora, Carrera and Rain was sitting off to the side watching. Before I give you the meat, I want to show you something. After saying this, Bang would lightly tap both tiles, destroying them with ease. Happy with what he's done, he'd chuckle to himself. Well, what did y'all think? I wanted to show you how marvelous the martial arts are. Before Bang could finish his sentence, Saitama would break a bunch of them with his hand, while Milam used her index finger. Velzard, on the other hand, did the same thing Bang did, understanding to use just the motion in her wrist. Yeah, I get it. Hurry up with the premium meat you promised, Saitama told him. Milam would nod. I want some too. What is it that you exactly want from us? Genos questioned. So that's how it's done, Velzard said, curiously. Looks like I'll need to find a more creative way to make them understand. Velzard does, but I need an activity for all of them to keep up with, he thought to himself. Gonna have to do something else to get their attention, Bang. Except for Velzard. Rimuru internally monologued. Bang would then put down a stack of cards, to play a game with the four. The game is a memory-based one. Alright, let's try this, he'd suggest. Come on. What about the meat I was promised? The bald man said, starting to get irritated. Milam, nodding her head, would agree with Saitama. Win the game, and it's all yours. Shiranko, you read the cards. Yes sir. Shiranko would only get out, before Bang picks up a card, already knowing what it is. Saitama would gasp. Milam just started to look more interested. And Velzard only smiled. How's that? By sharpening every nerve in my body, I can react instantaneously. That is the very essence of martial arts, he explained. Saitama would just grunt at his statement, while the rest just sat there staring. In the next session, Shiranko began to speak, but before he could, Saitama slammed his hand on the ground to raise up the cards and snatch the right one. Here ya go, he declared. Genos would start to charge up his incineration cannon while saying, I see, so the one who lifts up the most cards win. Thank you, master. Hurry up and read the next one. Alright, let's do this, Milam said, starting to get more and more interested. Bang would rush over in a panic saying, wait just a second, you can't neglect the rules. Bang-sama, these ones aren't the type to just sit around quietly, playing card games, Velzard told him. Yes, apparently so. In that case, we will move on to something that has been passed down from generations. Sort of like sparring. One will defend, while the other attacks. This is decided via Shitao, Jiandao and... You mean rock, paper, scissors, right? Saitama suddenly said, cutting off Bang. Yes, generally that's the idea. Bang would say, both eyes closed, while one twitched. However, in a competition such as this, martial arts training can work to your advantage. Master, I will do it. Genos would tell Saitama, cutting Saitama off, once again. You understood all the rules? He asked. I do. The explanation took too long, so I just looked them up, he revealed. Bang was a bit irritated by their behavior. Rimuru was just shaking his head. Carrera was holding back laughter, from their incompetence. Veldora was too afraid of his sister to focus. Rain was just smiling, entertained by it all. And Velzard was amused, part of the reason why she came. _seal, remind me to get Bang something after this. _. Yes, master. I love being around these guys. It's always fun. The delinquent thought to herself. I need to find a way to escape sister. Veldora was panicking in his head. And they say there's nothing good to watch, Rain sarcastically mused. My, They really are a handful, Velzard said to herself, amused by everything. Very well, Bang finally said. Both Bang and Genos were now face to face with each other, sitting down. Both. Hit, cover, rock, paper, scissors. Genos would throw rock, while Bang threw paper, winning the first round. Before Genos could even pick up the headwear, he was already hit. First blood. He's still just a rookie. The old head thought. Maybe this game is too advanced for you kids, he said, taunting the young cyborg. Genos was irked by this, but before he could go again, however, Milam would step up. Ha ha ha, this is interesting, very very interesting. I'll go next, she stated. Will you now? All right then. Bang responded. Both. Hit, cover, rock, paper, scissors. Surprisingly, Milam would win. Throwing rock, while Bang threw scissors. This surprised Bang, but luckily, he would quickly recover, and move to put the headgear on. He accomplished this, protecting his head from getting hit. Ah. I was so close, she whined. Aside from Bang's martial arts techniques, intuition, and survival instincts, Milam was too busy celebrating in her own head, and that cost her the round. Don't fret, Mrs. Milam, you won. Color me impressed. Ha ha ha, of course I did. Thanks to my Milam I. Milam I, you say? He shot back, intrigued. Interesting. I'm up next. Hold on. Before Velzard could go, Saitama interrupted her. Oh. Looks like fun to me. Tag out Milam. Milam would nod her head, and go sit by Velzard. Era, how rude of you, Saitama-san, he. Velzard thought to herself, licking her lips. Like she was stalking prey. The rest didn't notice this, however, instead focusing on Saitama's and Bang's face-off. Both. Hit, cover, rock, paper, scissors. They both threw out their hands. Saitama scissors, Bang rock. Saitama, losing, going to protect his head, but getting hit before he could pick up the headgear. Damn, let's do it again. Fine, you ready? Both. Rock, paper, scissors. Saitama paper, Bang scissors. Hitting Saitama yet again. This would go on for another 30 minutes. Saitama head looking like this. Carrera. Ha 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 ha, Milam. Ha 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 ha, both. A tomato. Ha 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 ha. The both of them were leaning on each other, laughing at Saitama's head. Rimuru had to get sealed to take over his body, to control his laughter. Rain was chuckling. Veldora forgot about his sister, covering his face up with his hands. And Velzard was snickering. Stop laughing, midget and twinkle toes, he yelled at them. The two would immediately stop laughing, and be in front of Saitama's face, in an instant. Who are you calling a midget, cue ball? You did not just call me twinkle toes, Baldy? What are you gonna do about it? And who are you calling Baldy, fat face? The room, no, the entire planet was shacking. All three of them in each other's face, about to go off. But thankfully, Rimuru would get involved. _seal, evasive maneuvers, _Rimuru would shout to Seal. Right. Rimuru, Seal would get in between the three and, Carrera stand down. Rimuru would say in a calm and cool voice. Carrera didn't object and stop. Saitama, Milam. Remember premium meat? I'll even throw in a discount sale, he offered. The both of them stopped on the spot. Rimuru would fall on his back, exhausted just at the mere thought of the three clashing. Seal, thank you so much for the help. No problem, master. All in a day's work. Damn, I wanted that clash to happen. Hell. I would have gotten involved even. He. Velzard mused to herself. That was scary. Rain thought honestly to herself. That was exciting. The storm dragon said to himself. I thought my dojo was about to get destroyed. All of them having thoughts on the matter. Well, I suppose that's a no. No, one more time. If you insist. Both. Hit, cover, rock, paper, scissors. Saitama would, finally, win this round. Choosing scissors, while Bang chose paper. Bang immediately put the headgear on, covering his face. He would close his eyes, having a smile on his face, reminiscing. This brings back memories. In order for me to assure up that lively energy in the dojo, once again, I'm going to need the power and strength of youth. Rimuru, realizing what was about to happen, would yell, Bang move. Bang interrupted from his thoughts would see what was about to happen. Eyes wide in shock, he'd jump out of the way of the attack, hanging on to the ceiling. Saitama slammed the hammer down, crushing the floor. Such amazing power. Bang commented, hanging from up on the ceiling. I know fair old man, you're not allowed to dodge, Saitama yelled, irritated. That would have settled the game, Genos said, annoyed for his master. Are you guys nuts? That would have killed him, Rimuru yelled. Yeah, even I know how to show restraint, Milim declared, feeling a bit proud of herself. Same here. Carrera followed up. I think Saitama-san has a much harder time, Velzard suggested. Whatever the case, you two really need to take it easy. Those aren't the rules, Shiranko said. Enough everyone. I lost that round. Bang chimed. How would it have ended if we were really fighting, he thought curiously. All right, the next hit wins. Come get some, Saitama said. Don't be silly. I don't have any intention in engaging in mortal combat with you. What about the meat we were promised? Genos asked. Yeah. I've gotten hungry from all this. Milim quickly followed suit. I was always going to give it to you. So what did you think of all this? Maybe now you've understand you had a match. Especially you Saitama. Before you knew it, you enjoyed taking part in the competition, otherwise you wouldn't have gotten so serious. Martial arts is more than just physical combat. You can use it in many ways to enjoy yourself. He explained the point of everything. All, except Saitama, would agree with what Bang was saying. Being around Saitama for the time they've noticed how he didn't care about most things. So, do you want to join my dojo Saitama? He asked, one last time. Nope, not even a little, he answered, not skipping a heartbeat. All, of course. I'll stop by time from time, Velzard would say, a happy smile on her face. Oh, that sounds lovely, he'd reply. Rimuru and Veldora. Don't fall for her smile and happy face. Bang. The two would think to themselves. Well, how about you two try my fist of flowing water crushing rock? You're both strong and look like fast learners, he'd say. Nah, I'll pass. What about you Genos? No, I don't seek self-defense, but absolute destruction. How dare you disrespect our martial arts? I, the great Shiranko, challenge you. Before he could do anything, Genos had him by the throat. I kneel. Genos, that is a very foolish mindset to have. A great defense is a great offense. What's the point of having only destructive capabilities, when your defense is shit? Rimuru said, a bit upset at Genos's very narrow mindset. What? The cyborg responded. Before anything else could escalate, Bang would intervene. That's enough. If Genos doesn't want to learn, that's fine. He'll just have to find out the hard way. You're one to talk. I thought this dojo had many talented martial artists. Not this, he would say, holding Shiranko by the throat, letting him go. That's right Bang-sama, I heard that as well. What happened? Velzard inquired. Bang would get a lot more serious. Majority of the room seeing this would tune in. One of my best decibels went wild. He beat my well-trained students so badly that they're out of commission. The rest got scared and quit. Understandable but unfortunate. Is he really that strong? What's his name? Saitama asked, now getting curious. Garo. Even though he was my best disciple at the time, I gave him a good beating and expelled him. You must pack a mean punch, old man, Saitama said. Don't talk to master that way. He's the S-class Silverfang rank 5. He toys with his opponents like water, then delivers a blow like raging water smashing a rock. You only joined the association recently, that explains your ignorance. You'll regret taking Master Bang so lightly. Enough Shiranko. Do not disgrace us so. Our guest Saitama is many times stronger than I. Look at that Saitama, more people are recognizing your strength. Carrera would praise before. Slam. Hero staff. Mr. Silverfang. I was sent by the association. A message has been sent to all S-class heroes. Wait. Demon Cyborg, the Sorcerer, the Storm Dragon, the Ice Empress, the Destroyer and the Tyrant. What do you want, peasant? Can't you see we're in the middle of something? Now Carrera, ease yourself. All S-class are being summoned, Velzard said, calmly. Oh, that means it might be a threat level god. Milam chimed, a bit excited. Shiranko. Watch the dojo while I'm out. Yes, master. Alright, finally time for some action. Veldora declared. Saitama, come with us. If they're summoning all S-class, you should definitely be a part of this. Rimuru told the male. Alright, I have nothing better to do. You can come too, Rain. Okay. They would all then head out to the Hero Association HQ.